You're not on the field, court, or ice. You are on the couch. From PG to DC, this is Coaching from the Couch with your host, CWall. Delivering coverage for all DC sports teams from the hometown perspective. Nats, Skins, Mystics, DC United, Washington Wizards, Caps, Bowie State.
My name's CWall, I'm a PG girl. Down for my skins, I don't know if you heard. If you like watching sports, then I am your girl. Sit down on the couch if you not on the field. Cold on the ice, pick any sport that you want. Know that I cover it tight. What would you like? From baseball to football and more. The list can go on the whole night. Big shouts out to my HBCU fam. Never forget who I am through the wins and the losses, the highs and the lows. We gotta stay strong, so I stay 10 toes. Make the competition back. The way I kick it make them mad, man. CWall and we live and direct. Sit back on the couch and relax. Come on.
Good evening. Happy Thursday. Welcome to Coaching from the Couch, live from the WBGR Sports Network studios. I am your host, CWall. And yes, I was feeling kind of down today for a moment there, y'all. And then I realized, I said, you know what? I'm going to talk to my friends today. Because it is Thursday, the best day of the week. Why? Because we're here, gathered together so we can talk all things DC sports. And like I always love to say to you all, when is there a dull moment in this city? Never. Absolutely never. And as soon as you think it's going a little smooth, here comes something. And typically, the Here Comes Something seems to fall on Thursdays, which is a good thing for us, right? Because that means we got a lot to talk about. But, listen, in the studio, I have Ayana, I have Joy. We are in here. We was chatting it up about what to talk about when. And so it's all in my head about what we're going to talk about because I asked them their opinion, and they were like, we want to be entertained. So we'll all be entertained together. Only I know what's really about to go down up in here. I did solicit my Wizards family to please join us in here on this show because we have got to talk. Okay, we got to talk. Listen, you guys, please make sure you are sharing this show with your DC sports loving family and friends. Listen, we want everybody to join in the conversation. You can always catch the show, right? You can always watch it kind of like DVR. You can watch it later. But we want you to be a part of the live conversation with us so we can read all of your comments and we can have a dialogue and everything together. Okay. Let's get started. Let's pray my strength because I was spazzing out a little bit later, but you all got me back off the cliff. Y'all told me to back away, and so I'm here. Okay, let's get started. First up update on the Washington Capitals. Let's send a shout out and a happy retirement to Brooks Orpik. Thank you so much for 15 awesome years. I know at first we didn't really fool with you because you played for the Pittsburgh Penguins, but you know what? In the end, you were Washington Capital, you were a champion here, and you were all right with me because you had several game-saving goals. And hey, listen, just from what I'm told, haven't talked to him a whole lot, but he's a great and very cool guy. So shout out to him. He's already been spotted, though, at the Caps development camp. So you never know. Perhaps coaching is in his near future. Hopefully with the Caps. Hopefully he will still be around. But want to shout him out and wish him a very happy retirement. And congratulations. You get to retire at the height of your career. And that's always awesome. Next up, the Valor. They have a game this Saturday at Cap 1 at 7. It is Military Appreciation Night. So please make sure all the military out there, you all go to the game and enjoy yourselves. Bring your family and friends. It will be a great time. They're playing the Atlantic City Blackjacks. So that is going down at Cap 1 Arena Saturday at 7. Next week, the Valor, they're on a bye week. So they're not playing. So if you want to catch them, try to catch them on Saturday. Their record right now, they're currently 5-4. So I think they're in like a 3-way tie with the Philadelphia Soul and the Baltimore Brigade. They're on in a 3-way tie for second place. So hopefully they're able to edge out Atlantic City and get on that win streak so they can be the sole person or team at number 2. So we got that update. I have got to shout out my fellow DC United fans. DC United fans, I need y'all to check in. Here's why. First of all, if you all have not been to Audi Field yet, can I just tell you that you need to go? Like, you really need to go to Audi Field. Audi Field is super nice, and the DC United is a lot of fun to watch. Listen, if you haven't heard, I need you to go online and just Google Wayne Rooney real quick. Wayne Rooney is a beast. Go and Google Wayne Rooney. I promise you what's going to come up right now is the goal he made from like above midfield. He was like way across the field and just kicked the soccer ball, y'all. It made a goal. I'm like, look, only somebody that is just, let me tell you something about Wayne Rooney. And it actually, this is a topic for another day, another time in our lives. But I'm watching the replay of this goal, right? Of him doing this miraculous thing. And I mean, this guy is already like a legend. And he's just, I just can't wait to see what he does next. And I thought, and it was kind of a sad thought, but I would share with you all in the spirit of transparency what I thought. I said to myself, we've had some really great athletes come through this town. I mean, when you get to the soccer game and you like, Wayne Rooney is the beast out there, for real. Y'all got to check him out. Actually, so listen, if you don't go to the Valor game on Saturday, DC United is playing Saturday at 8 at Audi Field. I think they're playing Toronto. Matter of fact, they are playing Toronto. Go to Audi Field. I don't know. I think the weather's supposed to be nice on Saturday, so check out either one of those. Had to give a shout out simply because Wayne Rooney is terrific, and I just had to say something because I was watching it like, oh my gosh, what in the world is going on? How did he do that? So I had to throw that out there for you guys. I really, really did. So moving on to the Mystics. I'm gonna try to get everybody in today. We're gonna see how that works. The Mystics, first of all, let's just say all-star voting is going on right now. Okay? After you check out Wayne Rooney's monster goal from Wednesday night, I need you to go on, stay online, then go to WNBA all-star voting and vote for the Mystics players. Let me tell y'all. The Mystics also, you can make Saturday a whole day of games because the Mystics play the Connecticut Sun Saturday at 2 at the Entertainment and Sports Arena. So, listen, it could be a full day. They went on the road, 4-game road trip, won all of their road games, okay? What is one thing that we all know, and you all have heard me say about champions and people that have that championship flow or glow? Sometimes I say glow, sometimes I say flow. It just depends on the mood, right? But when they got that championship caliber type of team going for them, I'm trying to tell you what I know now, okay? They start to winning a lot on the road because you have to know how to win on the road. In these critical games all throughout the season, something you got to know how to do. I'm telling y'all, the Mystics look phenomenal, and I hope they're not going. I'm not going to eat my words here. Let's hope not. Let's hope I do not end up eating my words here. But what I will say is this: we already know that Mystics offense top tier. I'm gonna tell you something I saw in a couple of the games, in these 4 games. I probably checked out 2.5 of them. When I say 2.5, I was ended up being able to watch 2 and then one other half of one of the other games. The defense was on point. And the reason why I appreciated the defense being on point is because the last time they played the Connecticut Sun, they were up. They took the gas off the pedal. The Connecticut Sun came back and beat them. Right now, they're only behind the Connecticut Sun. So Saturday's game at 2 is going to be like that. It's going to be like that. If you want to be trying to figure out which Mystics game to go to, Saturday is probably your bag. That's the one to go to see what's up with this team. It's going to be toe-to-toe. I already know this. But I'm going to tell you, they stepped up their defense in such a way. I was so impressed. And I really think there was some quotes by Christy Tyler. I like this. This is when I get excited. You know, good things. This is something good to talk about before I get to something not so good. So, Christy Tyler said in a quote, basically, you know, them going to the championship. And we talked about this a few weeks ago, family. We talked about this. When you get to the championship and you lose, right, it can do 2 things. It could either, you know, make you closer or break you. And I'm paraphrasing her quote. I'm telling y'all. And she said it. It made them closer. You can see it. You can see it. They're on to something, y'all. Don't let me down, girls, please. Because I feel like they are really, really on to something. They're looking great. They're looking fantastic. I'm here to tell y'all. I wouldn't tell y'all nothing wrong. If they were looking bad, I would tell y'all, look, they look a mess. No, Cameron knows. Cameron Mingo, my guy Cameron, is online, and he said he's with there balling. Absolutely tremendous. Keep it going, ladies, because we are watching. We are watching, and we're rooting for you. Can you imagine going into that new space and bringing a championship here? Oh, man, that would, oh. Please make it happen. Please, 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 please. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can feel it coming again. I can feel it. I can feel it. I can feel it. Let me jump. I want to not jump just yet. I want to shout out the 11 honorees from Sunday in the DC Sports Hall of Fame. The DC Sports Hall of Fame has some new folks entered, and so just really quickly, Andrew Beyer, Tom Brown, Danny Ferry. Everybody knows Danny Ferry. Been talking about him a lot from potential Wizards GM. Kevin Payne, Ray Flaherty, Charles Mann. Some of y'all have to know Charles Mann, right? You got to know Charles Mann. It's a couple other folks too that escapes me right now, and then of course the entire 2017-2018 Washington Capitals team. They are the first ever team of distinction, so their names will be up on the Hall of Fame wall at the Nationals Park. So want to shout them out. Jumping then to the Nats. All I really want to say, because we had to talk about the Nats too, because they're looking really good. They're looking really good, and sometimes they look bad, but they're looking all right. They finally released Trevor Rosenthal, and I just wanted to say something about that, because y'all know a couple weeks ago I was up in here mad, like heated about Trevor Rosenthal. You know, I don't necessarily like to see people get released. I'm not necessarily, all about that. But at the end of the day, he was a weak link, and they've since released him. I also really quick want to say about the Nats, and specifically Max Scherzer. Max Scherzer is pitching historic baseball right now. He's just a gem. He is a true gem. And it is exciting to watch him, because I feel like we're watching history when he's pitching. He is really on fire right now. And I'm here for it. I'm absolutely here for it. He's making it exciting and a lot of fun to watch. So I'm just all in with this, because I was just like, yo, Max is out here killing it. And he absolutely is. So, if you haven't checked out the Nats game, I know they was being sorry here for a minute, but they're doing a lot better. Go check them out. They on the come up. Ryan Zimmerman will be back too tomorrow. You know, he's coming off the injured list, so he'll be back. So let's move on to the Washington Wizards. First things first, we have to shout out Bradley Beal on his NBA Assist Community Cares Award that he received at the NBA Awards on Monday night. What an honor, and much well deserved. I mean, you know, John Wall, he won it a few years back, and now Brad has won it, and it's just that's just a tremendous honor and a real true testament to what the type of person that he is and what he's doing in the community, because you have to do a lot in the community to win that award. So kudos to Brad. Also want to say congratulations and best wishes to Kara Lawson, who will be joining the Boston Celtics coaching staff. She got an assistant coaching job with the Boston Celtics. That's awesome. Now, I don't know what that means for the commentary and everything going on, you know, from that regard, but we definitely got to shout out Kara and just say congratulations to her and best wishes. Now, Wizards. Last Thursday we were not here because we were downtown at the NBA draft party, at the Wizards NBA draft party. And other folks are, you know, Joy's in here, Ayana's in here. So you wait, you know, it gets a little exciting waiting for the draft pick to be called. So Rui Hachimura is the 9th pick. I don't know. I'm going to let them tell you what they think the pulse of the room was when he was named. Either one of y'all, what was the pulse of the room?
There was definitely some claps and some celebration, and it was as much claps was as much anger.
Yeah.
There was even some
People
cursing and
left
some
right now.
walking out.
Some cursing and some get out of here. Okay, so it was to be expected because Cam Reddish, everyone knows, Cam Reddish from Duke was still on the board.
Yeah.
So that was to kind of be expected. And, you know, a lot of people may not necessarily know about, you know, Rui. Played from Gonzaga. So that's not around here. It's not necessarily the teams that you look for. You know what I mean? Those aren't the scary teams, you know, the big name teams. And then pretty much everybody was gone by the time second round pick. You know, that was late in the evening. The party was over when we got Admiral Schofield. And I'm going to say this. This is here's after I've thought about it, and I thought about it that night. And I asked a couple of people online what grade do they give the Wizards from their draft? Like, how did they do in the draft? Now, of course, some people are like, well, you'll never know until, you know, the season starts or whatever, you know, have you. But they still give out, like, draft grades at the time. So, I got quite a few said C's because it wasn't like you did absolutely great. It wasn't like you did horribly. You know, it's too much that remains to be seen. Mm-hmm. One of the pieces of feedback that folks have been talking about are the reports that the Wizards did not even meet with Rui or anything. I do know they've been tracking him for a while. They've been tracking him for years, which almost made me feel like this was an Ernie pick. Like, you know, because they've been tracking him for years. And the interim GM, Tommy Shepard, he worked for Ernie. So, you know, my opinion, oh yeah, you know, because Ernie was involved, he'd been here, so, you know, this isn't a new thing. Right. His name had been circulated and everything. And they think a lot of him. I will say the pulse from the coaching staff and others, because even Brad was in the back at the draft party. He did not come out, but he was back there with the coaching staff and other leaders in the organization. They're very happy about it. They were very happy about that pick. they felt good about it. One of the things that folks have continued to say about Rui is that he's a hard worker. They just keep mentioning how hard he works. And he's a dedicated player. He was at Gonzaga for 3 years. It was, they thought of him as a leader, and he definitely had some great games. Not sure if he's going to come out the gate blazing, but there are definitely some positive attributes about him that if the Wizards utilize him correctly will be a positive, will be a positive thing. I'll say that. So that's that. I think that's all I have to say about that. I mean, I like the pick. I wasn't like, whoa. But, for me, this draft, after the top 3, I was kind of like, okay, whoever gets picked. You know what I mean? Like, whoever, whatever. And so, one of the, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, so as we always say on the show, thanks again, Ernie.
I mean, I don't think he's a bad piece. He's definitely not a bad piece.
I don't think he's trash. I think he wasn't definitely not one of the more highlighted players. So I think that's what the crowd at the draft party was looking for. They was looking for a big name, somebody they could get behind, somebody that they knew, and that they wanted to support. Not that they won't support Rui because he's a Wizard. But somebody that they definitely were more familiar with and wanted to support.
Right. So they definitely, he's a good player. He's a good player. How the Wizards utilize him remains to be seen.
Right.
The player that I'm probably more excited about now is the second round pick. First of all, I have to admit that it was smart of the Wizards to actually, after we had no second round picks, to try to trade to get one, and that's what they did. And they got Admiral Schofield, and he was an animal at Tennessee. He's good. And his personality is engaging. So it looks, one word that I've heard used over and over again is tough. He's being tough, and the toughness. So there's a lot that can be done with both of them. I don't think, I'm going to go back. A lot of folks gave C's. Of course, one person was like F because we don't know what they're going to do. I think it was Dave Thomas that gives them a B-, and I would give them a B- as well on the draft. And the reason why is because you can't get an A, in my opinion, because while not everyone brings in their draft, their potential draftees for workouts and interviews. For me, that needs to be a part of the due diligence process. So since it wasn't, as reported, it wasn't a part of the due diligence process, at least that's what, has been reported, then I can't give you an A if you didn't check them out. You know what I'm saying?
Cameron said, make sure we're looking out for, make sure y'all check out Young Wizards in the Summer League. We got Troy Brown in the league roster. He's right about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be good stuff. I'm waiting to see what they look like. They're energized. They look good. They seem happy, to be here or to be playing. So I can't get mad at that.
No, I'm waiting to see that starting 5. It's going to be interesting.
Well, we don't even know. We don't have a starting 5 right now. So it's like, who is even the starting 5? And whatever mold they come up with, and then we got to jump to what happened today.
Yes.
In whatever mold they come up with, I'm hoping it's something that sticks. The Wizards have been pretty open about wanting to keep Brad, even amongst all the trade rumors. They never wavered on we're keeping Brad. So with that being said, they've given him an extension. It remains, a extension offer, so it remains to be seen what happens, right? But I felt like the Rui pick was a build around Brad situation, but that's just my opinion. We'll see how it all pans out, and it's really you don't know. You gotta wait and see. Yeah. It's truly a wait and see. I've seen several people, and Cameron says it here, the shout out to Tommy Shepard for making moves, especially in the draft. The Wizards didn't bomb out on the draft. I give them a B minus. Like I said, I can't give you an A because of the not going through the due diligence process in the way that I would think and hope that the team would have. But I think they filled some holes. And we'll just have to see. I don't want to give you a C, but a B minus is about all right with me. Because they're both really good players. And really what kept me in that B range was Admiral Schofield. I like him. I do. So, we'll see what happens. Not that I don't like Rui. It's just that, you know, after seeing the interactions and the engagement and everybody, Admiral is the one that sticks out in my mind. Like, you know, I'm going to remember him when I walk away. And that's kind of how I look at things and how I kind of rate, so to speak. So then fast forward to today. What did the Wizards even do today? They made a trade. But see, okay, so here's the thing. The Wizards now have Mo Wagner. They met up with the Lakers. Rob Pelinka, I guess, then you know, called over here and said, hey, I need to make a deal with y'all. So we got Mo Wagner and two other players that I can't even name at the moment. And I apologize for that because I just don't know them. And so people are excited about Mo Wagner. They like Mo Wagner. Mo Wagner was at Michigan. I think he was the Lakers' first rounder, I believe. So this is only his second season in the league. So what I can say with that being said, you know, what I can say is he'll be looking to prove himself. Because here he is as a first rounder, hoping to have a chance, and going into your second season, you get traded. That would light a fire under me, at least. I would be upset about that. The Wizards did get a second pick out of this deal. So, again, going back to the Tommy Shepard versus Ernie, okay, Tommy, I see you trying to get our picks back. Because like what I was saying a while ago, like I was sharing with you all, we need them picks.
We do.
We need them. I mean, the Hawks had like 12 picks. I mean, they had picks to mess up. You need your picks.
The Pelicans had like 5.
Yeah, and the Hawks, I think, had 6. And that's what, it's trade bait for one, but you might need them for 2. Like, I mean, you need your picks. So, he's slowly but surely getting the picks back. The Wizards didn't have to give up anything for him. We do have to remember, and this is now me shouting out to the Mike Smiths, the Ron Blackwells. Who else was being all positive today? When I was like, what are they doing? William Collins, Darian Williams. Shout out to everybody for being positive. When I was like, no, nah. So, you know, the Wizards don't have any money. So the strategy I see happening, because right now I think they got like 6 players 21 and under. So that could be a good thing. That could be they got young energy. You got youngers in here who want to prove themselves, that want to do well,
right,
and they want to come in and play good basketball. And of course, everybody's dream, I would hope and I would think, is to go to the championship. You're going to get some folks that are hungry. And you need that. One thing that I mentioned this in one of the Wizards groups I'm in. I said, you know what? I remember. Do you all remember? Because some people didn't remember this, and I'm not gonna call your name out, but they didn't remember when, like a couple years ago, when the Wizards were Death Row DC. They had this whole Markieff Morris came up with it. That's when they used to like, you know, be all rough. You know, CWall get ejected from games. Brad got ejected from a couple games. They were tough guys. You know, they didn't come away with the W. So some people would be like, well, you out there being all tough, but you lost, so who cares?
Right.
But at the end of the day, I felt like they had an identity. They were starting to shape an identity, so therefore it was something to build upon. They have got to get that identity back. They got to get something.
Identity.
And they have to get well, who are you?
Right.
You know, they've extended qualifying offers to Thomas Bryant and Tomas Satoransky. We'll see what they do. because they're now restricted free agents, so that means that the Wizards have an opportunity to then, counter or match what another team has offered them. We shall see what happens. It's going to be interesting, and I don't think they're done yet. This is something that we got to pay close attention to. As Cameron said, we got the summer league coming up, and you guys, we are at our time. Y'all, we're not here next week. Happy 4th of July. We're not here next week. Next Thursday. Please be safe and enjoy your 4th of July holiday. But the following week, so y'all know what that means. That's a whole 2 weeks before we get in the studio. Who knows what will happen in DC sports by then. But you all know what? You all be great. Be safe. Be blessed. And I will see you in 2 weeks.